Hello people, so we're adding one other series to our channel, Q&A. So of course, any learning without an opportunity to ask questions and get answers for those questions is incomplete. So at the end of the week, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to go through all of the lessons and content that have been covered during that week, check out your questions, and then I'll select a couple of questions and then I'll be answering them. So make sure that every time you go through a video, whatever thing is not clear to you, no matter how silly the question may appear to you or may seem to you, don't shy away from asking it, because really there is no question that is a silly. Well, there are some silly questions, when people are trying to be funny. But generally speaking, any question that is a sincere question, seeking clarity, even if it's something that is relatively small, may not be clear to you, ask that question. And then on this series, I'll be answering those questions. So yeah, let's get on with our first one. Before we start, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications to make sure that you catch all tutorials as they come out. So our first lesson comes from this tutorial, Web App Development 11, Multimedia Images. The image tag is used to include images on your web pages. In this lesson, we will explore how to use the image tag to embed or include images on our web pages. This is the lesson in which we learned about how we can actually include images into our web pages. So let's head over to the question which was asked in this video. The question comes from Pumlile Zamela. That's my daughter, by the way. So she asks, first she says, exactly what I was wondering. Can't we put some pics on our websites? I'm not such a plain person. Okay. Is there a limit number for how many pics you add? The question, in other words, is there a limit to the number of pics that you can add on your web page? So the quick answer to this is no. There is absolutely no limit to the number of images that you can add on your web page. But let's head over to our source code editor to explore this a little bit. So in our lesson, as we already mentioned, we learned about the image tag and how you can add images using the source attribute to specify where the image is located, and then the alt attribute, which is text, which will be shown should the image not load for whatever reason. Okay, so that's the tag that is responsible for inserting an image into a web page. So the question is there a limit to how many you can have? There's absolutely no limit whatsoever. So to demonstrate this, I went and downloaded a few other images. So now we have a red rose and a yellow rose.jpg files. So let's include those. I'm just going to copy, paste. So this is a beautiful red rose. So we will say, let's change this, red rose.jpg, yellow rose.jpg. A beautiful yellow rose. Okay, so let's save that and come over here and open the file, and there we go. There are our 3 roses. Now, is there a limit? So what I'm going to do is let me start by copying the first one, then I will just paste a couple of times, save that. See now, so not only can you add multiple images, you can actually add the same image a number of times. As we see here, if for whatever reason you want to repeat the image, this is the same image with the same source, so it will add for each image element. It will keep on adding that image. So let's copy this whole thing over here. Maybe let's do this. and copy all 3 of them, paste, and then I'll copy this whole block, keep on pasting. We're like at 203 lines now. As you can see, it's quite a lot of images. Let's see what that does. There we go. As you can see, there is absolutely no limit to the number of images that you can actually add on your web page. So that is to answer that question. Is there a limit to the number of images that you can add to your web page? And the answer is no. As we can see over here, there is no limit. You can add as many images as you want. So as this is our first Q&A session, I'll just answer only that question. In future Q&A sessions, I may answer more than one question, depending on the complexity of the questions. So please, again, after every time you go through a lesson, any area that is not clear, make sure that you ask your question on the comment section, and I'll most probably grab your question and answer it in the weekly Q&A video. So with that said, that brings us to the end of our first Q&A. Over and out.
You can watch other tutorials over here, and most importantly, don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications so that you don't miss out on tutorials as they come out. Have you subscribed? Are you done? Okay, cool.